Hi everyone, today's topic is expressions. Expression is a constant variable or a combination of constant variables, operation symbols, and grouping symbols such as parentheses. And sometimes you might even see brackets and braces, just in case you guys don't know what that is. So let me give you some example. For example, you can have this is the expression for t plus 6, that's example. Or you can have a pi, that's example. Or L plus W minus 9, that can be definitely an example. Just so you know, those are all the examples. You can have one term, a number, or you can have a whole bunch of things, but connected with the grouping symbols. You have parentheses right here, and you can have different kind of symbols right there. The next thing is we're gonna do is describing a quantity. When you talk about describing a quantity, that means example 1, hot dog stand sells hot dogs for $3 a piece. That should be separated. And find the total cost of buying the given number of hot dogs. And pretty much you guys can do the problem, but write an expression for me. So I'm gonna pause the video and then work it out, and then we'll check your answer. Going down to the example, for example, number 2 hot dogs. There's a couple ways to write the expression. So 2 times parenthesis of 3, 2 times 3, parenthesis of 2 times parenthesis of 3. Those are all multiplication. And a hot dog could be written in different kind of way, depends on which way you like it. And then C, which is a n hot dog, which is we will have 3n, or 3 times parenthesis of n, or 3 in parenthesis times parenthesis of n. There's a whole bunch of different ways of writing this, but provided you use the symbols correctly, use a table to find expressions. And that is kind of similar to when you have your table, when you plot points. And we will be using that a lot as we start going to statistics and try to work through all the different data. So what happened here, let's read example 2. Example 2, an instructor adds 5 points to each student's test score. Find the new scores if the original scores are 60 points. 70 points, 80 points, and 90 points. Show the arithmetic to help you to see the pattern. Organize calculations in a table and include an expression that stands for the new score if the original score is S points. So in this case, there's the new score. So original score is those, and the teacher want to add 5 points to each student's score. So in this case, notice the equation, the paragraph or the story problem is very long, but it's not very hard. Instructor want to add 5 points to the test score. So really, if you have 60 right here, the instructor want to add 5 points, that's just 65 points. So there's absolutely no reason that you guys cannot figure out this. This is just 65. And go ahead, fill out the blanks, and let's double check what do we get for the last line. So when you fill out the table, that should be just adding 5 to each score. And the bottom very last line, because it's a variable S, and the score is just whatever that's possible, and then just add 5 points, and that is the whole chart, right? Moving on to the next example. The next example is definition of product, factor, and quotient. When you're talking about those 3 things, you should know let A and B be numbers. Now, the reason they are using letters is because they could be any numbers. Then the product means multiplication of A and B is just written as AB. We call A and B factors. So A is a factor, B is a factor. They are factors of AB. A number might have more than just 2 factors, but they have at least 2 factors except 1. One only have 1 factors. Quotient of A and B is A divided by, notice division symbol B, where B is not 0. Because if B is 0, the 0 is in the denominator, and that's not possible. So here are some of the examples. Here are some of the samples of English phrase or sentence and mathematical expression that have some meaning. So most of you guys are do really well with plus up to here. And subtraction, this one is the one that's really tricky. 3 less than a number. The number has to go first. So I hope you guys notice that, okay? 3 subtract from a number, you guys are okay. The difference of a number and 3 is okay. A number decrease from 3 you guys are okay. Make sure this one subtract from a number or subtract 3 from 2, then it's 2 minus 3. So please make sure that you get those straight. So let me erase the line. It should be this one and this one. Those are the one you guys that have makes mistakes sometimes. Next one, multiplication, multiply 3 by a number. Those are good. 3 times a number. The product, sometimes you guys forget what the product means. That's just 3 times x. Twice a number is 2x. Okay, 1/3 of the number, 1 over 3 times x. Don't forget x to the cube and x to the square is two different things. X to the cube is x to the third power. X to the square is x to the second power. And that's different. X to the second is not the same thing as square root of x. Then division, divide a number by 3 and the quotient of a number and 3. That means quotient means I say divide the two numbers, or what are the two numbers? Number and 3. The ratio is another keyword we use. That's also a division. So those are the ones we are going to pick to quiz you on. Make sure you know your vocab. And then let's try some examples. Translate from English to mathematics. A, the product of 2 and a number, and so forth. So please go ahead, finish off the practice, and then we'll come back and check your answers. Please pause the video. Work on the please pause your video. We will try to please pause the video. Please pause the video and try some practice problem, and we'll come back and check your answer. So are the those are the answer for the examples. Please double check. Notice that I actually have a couple ways to write down the product of 2 and numbers. So those are 2n or 2 times n or 2 times parenthesis n. And same thing with the quotient and quotient, that's n divided by 3 or n divided by 3. Either way is totally okay with me. Subtract the number from A, so A has to go first, and you subtract the number from that. And the difference of 6 and the number is just between the two, so whoever comes first will get written down first. And that concludes lesson 1.2, expression, and thank you so much for watching.